Hey, so welcome again to the Genesis Principle Fine Arts. I'm back for another session on this last cup until we drink painting, the last cup until we drink. Um, Today, my intention is to cover this, start putting the unleavened bread on the table, a half of unleavened bread. This is giving the suggestion that the bread was already broken and shared between the disciples, and the glass of wine, the cup of wine, is still full. It's on the table. Nothing was drank from it. So the intention is to cover the blocking in stage of the bread on the table. As you can see, I've sketched in the cup, just kind of used my paintbrush and kind of sketched in outlining of a cup. And that is good enough for me for now. The bread, I'm kind of outlining that, and then I'll maybe add a little bit of burnt umber to that, and just to give it a bit of shadowing for where I'm going to put the indications of where it got a little bit burnt by the fire or a little bit well cooked by the fire. And then I'll do some touching here and there on the tablecloth hanging down, the shadow areas of that, and I'll probably be calling it a day by that. These videos are already sped up, and I've limited them to about 20 minutes or so, or just over that. But we're looking at a few hours of video footage condensed to about 22, 23 minutes, or under 25 minutes so far. I need to make mention that if you notice, as you will watch throughout the video, I'm painting in a kind of an hopscotch way of painting. I'm painting not necessarily according to the standards of painting, where you're dealing with the furthest things away from you being painted in first, and then the closest things last. I'm kind of going all over the place as I'm blocking in and somewhat forming at the same time. The reason for that is I'm working with a particular line of paint that is kind of new to me, and they take quite a long time to dry. I knew they'd take quite a long time to dry, so I wanted to experiment with them and see if they could work for me in terms of how I paint, if they would be of great benefit to my painting style. So I haven't decided that yet. They do take a long time to dry, and so the reason for me hopscotching and painting here and painting in a different area is I'm painting the areas that I feel are most dried, and then leaving those areas that are taking longer to dry until they become a bit tacky, and then I'll go back to them. This paint, I've tested it, I've timed it. It takes about 2 weeks. As far as with me working with it, it takes about 2 weeks before an area is dried enough that you can actually manipulate over top. And so it does take quite some time. So I'm kind of painting all over the place. With that said, it works for me for now. As I said, I'm experimenting on this particular painting with these types of paint, this kind of paint. So yeah, that's about the size of it. So let's continue now, and forming the bread, and doing a little touching on the tablecloth, forming maybe some shadowing behind the cup. I'd like to leave the cup for one of the last few things that I do actually paint. Whether I choose to block that in or not, I still would like to leave it close to the end. I've kind of sketched it in a sense, like as far as an outline goes, just so I can have a point of reference as to where the cup goes, but I'm leaving the more serious detailing of the cup and forming of that toward closer to the ending of the actual painting of this entire piece. So sit back, enjoy it, and hopefully you'll learn some things, as well as I am on a journey where I'm learning things at the same time. Thank you so much.